Hey man, Shalom, Shalom. A little pre-Sabbath video. I'm gonna start doing these Friday lessons. Your brother Azrael. Uh, I call them Freestyle Fridays. I'm gonna try to find something unique and something interesting for us to tap into on Fridays, man. Thanks for all y'all that tap in. But what I'm saying. We're the hopeful elect. I'm your brother Azrael. On the screen, we got the two brothers.
Brother Obadiah.
Con, man, and Lord willing, the brother Isaiah hops on later. If not, so be it. Gonna get this lessons on and popping. Right now, the lesson is called "This is Why We Have No Heritage." So I got two videos I want to share, and we got some scriptures we're gonna go into as well. So I think it's gonna be an edifying video, something to think about. The first video and the main video that I'm gonna play has to do with Kyrie Irving. And I think it's gonna be on the money because I know a lot of people came into the knowledge of the truth, right? I know a lot of people are moving away from that term in the truth just because of all the stuff that's been happening. So I'm gonna say a lot of people came into the knowledge of the truth, or a lot of people came into obedience, you know what I'm saying, when they saw how bad Kyrie Irving got done, right? So this video of him is him kind of reflecting on all the stuff that happened in the past, and it's gonna kind of show us, right, why we have no heritage as a people, right? The video goes into him not taking the vaccine. The video goes into people that was not on his side at the time. So it's gonna be a good video to watch, man. Also, if you guys don't know, a lot of people are moving into the streaming world. And the streaming world, so he's a new streamer, right? Because a lot of people have been wanting him to get on. So he's kind of figuring out, how to do the streams and everything. But we're gonna play that video. We're gonna stop it periodically every now and then to get some precepts, and then the last video I'll play at the very end, right? But without further ado, I want to say we want to give all glory and honor to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who sent his son as an instrument of salvation for the nation. And the nation is Israel, right? We're the hopeful elect, and we hope that this video will be edifying, right? So let's go ahead and pop right into it. I'm going to share my screen.
All right. This clip alone, bro, was crazy because I was allowed at the park, but I wasn't allowed in Barclays. Now, I want to tell y'all how that felt for me because it was an uncertain time and it was a lot going on. I want to take this time as well to give a shout out to all those that lost their jobs because they did not want to get the vaccine. They did not want to participate in that. And COVID.
Fair use, by the way. Fair use. Fair use.
It was a crazy time. People were losing family members, and people had their own thoughts on what was best for them, right? And if you lost your job because of that, I'm sorry. I got fined over $14 million for that, $15 million for that season.
14 million, 50 million. Hey, so a lot of brothers be taking jabs at the brother Kyrie like he ain't do much, but hey, that brother was willing to lose a check, man. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to lose a check and not blink an eye. And also all the stuff that he went through wasn't for no reason, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it eventually led into a lot of people waking up, right? Sure. So I just want to take time to say that, you know what I'm saying? And also, like, as we keep watching the video, y'all see he is very eloquent in his speech, right? And the previous video that we did, we talked about being blameless and not offending nobody. And the brother, he's very good at not offending anybody. So I don't even know how the media turned a bunch of people against him, because even when he got interviewed, it's hard not to love Kyrie. You could be a so-called Jewish person, right? And I don't know how you couldn't love Kyrie. You feel me? Because he's so eloquent in his speech, and he makes sure that he doesn't offend nobody, right? No matter who you are, but he's gonna stand on his toes when it comes to what he believes. You feel me? So that's one thing I like about Kyrie, and y'all see that here in a second as we keep watching. Shalom to the brother Baruch, right?
Shalom, King.
Shabbat Shalom. Let's get back into it.
I lost a large chunk of my salary as well. I had to deal with a lot of the social media pushback, a lot of the media narratives that was spun on my name. A lot of people, were telling me that I should just quit basketball and I should look out for so-and-so. And these were legends of the game, too, that I looked up to. That's what I'm saying. My relationship to my peer-to-peer space, and especially the older peer space, is totally different now because of these reasons. There were people.
Right. And so the Most High God, a lot of times he put us through stuff in life just to show us who's there for us and who's not, who's fake and who's not, who to sift out of your life, who to trim. You ever prepare some meat like a steak and you got to trim the fat off, or some chicken, you got to trim the fat off? Sometimes the Most High God will put you through that fire just so you know who to trim out of your life like a piece of fat. Right.
And
so,
go ahead, King.
Go ahead.
No, I just thought about something, man. Even then, I remember when Kyrie came out and said, and it's different thoughts with this topic. When he came out and said, the earth was flat. And it's crazy how you had so many people, that's why bashing him. You know what I'm saying? He went to Duke University. How did he come up with this knowledge? He went to Duke University. And it's like, you can't even have like your own, you can't even come to the media with your own, mind without them bashing you. So when he came out and said this about, the people of the book, they started throwing labels at him like, oh, you anti-Semitic and stuff like that. And it was the same people that was glorifying him when he hit that game-winning 3 against the Warriors, to win the championship, right, with the Cavaliers. People was glorifying Kyrie when he hit that shot, right, to seal the game. But when it came down to, him actually saying something that actually matters, not everybody want to turn their back and say he crazy. You got it, King.
Salakia, man, for the background noise. I'm gonna go ahead and press play again. I wanted to get a scripture real quick. I want to get this scripture real quick because this is pretty much going to be the base scripture of this video. We're going to refer to it again, but I want to get it real quick just to set the precedent of why the title is the way it is and why all this is the way it is, right? Jeremiah 17:4, if one of the brothers could read this. Now, a lot of times we go out and we always read this passage to people. It's like a good beginner introduction to whatever street teaching that you're doing. When somebody come up, a lot of brothers go to Jeremiah 17:4, man, because it's like it's easy to get into it, right? You can get into so much from Jeremiah 17:4. We're gonna read Jeremiah 17:4 and verse 5. And then I'm going to start playing the video again. But this is just to set the precedent of the video, right? This is why I got it titled, This is Why We Have No Heritage, right? Let's read, if one of the brothers could read verse 4.
Jeremiah 17 and verse 4, it says, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. We were caused to not to know our heritage anymore. Why? Because we wanted to be like our enemies. So the Most High God said, guess what? I'm going to have you serve your enemies and I'm going to take your heritage from you. That's what discontinue means, to cut off. Right. And look, when we are on the street corner, we always tell people, you know what a heritage is? And, a lot of times our people don't even know what a heritage is. That's how you know we've been cut off from a heritage, right? Go ahead.
King, can I get a verse, man, that kind of precept this one?
Let me finish with this real quick, right? A lot of times they don't even know what a heritage is, right? And so we got to tell them, a heritage is a culture. We wasn't always wearing Air Force Ones, eating watermelon, skinny jeans, and listening to rap music and going to the club on Saturday. That's become our culture, right? basketball and rap music. That become our culture. But we had a heritage. We had a culture. This book was our heritage, right? And so once we tell them that, we tell them like we don't remember it no more because we disobeyed God, right? What's the verse you wanted?
Isaiah 1:3.
Let's get it. I just
Isaiah 1:3.
not too long ago, Isaiah 1:3, man. Somebody just went over this. I don't know if we did it or if I watched a lesson earlier. We might have did it during the Sabbath day, actually, right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Come on, man. So just like that, we don't even consider our heritage. We don't even consider where we come from, right? And that's why I got this titled this way, because as we get into this video again, you're gonna see Kyrie talk about how you know people wanted to listen to the media, and ultimately that's what the media was formed for, right? The media came, I believe, it came from the people of Median, right? Which we know we could track that all the way back to the Ashkenazi and the Khazars, and we can track them being in Europe, and we could track them controlling the media. Then you have their world, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what the media is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people trust in that media. Why? Because that's all we know. And because the Most High God took our heritage from us, right? Let's read verse 5 before we play the video again. Obadiah, you can read verse 5.
Jeremiah 17:5. Thus says the Lord, cursed be the man that trust in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord.
Right? You gotta, cursed is the person. This is why he took our heritage from us, because we trusted in man. We trusted in the nations that was around us. We trusted in the media. We trusted in the news, right? And we made that our arm, right? Meaning what? We made that our protection. When it says arm, it's talking about like a sidearm. Back then they had swords. Now we have firearms, right? So it's talking about we made flesh our protection instead of the Most High God. That's why we listen to doctors. We listen to therapists. We listen to the news media and news reporters, right? We make that our protection instead of the Most High God. Let's get back to this video though.
Coming out and just talking out the side of their neck because they were getting paid behind the scenes. See,
let me remind that a little bit back.
Sellouts.
And that's why, look, and I told the brothers, I like the fact that Kyrie got his own streaming because he don't got nobody holding him back, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a minute to kind of find this video because I watched it earlier in the week. I thought they had pulled it down, but he don't got nobody holding his tongue. But like I said, he's so eloquent in his speech that, it's hard for him to offend nobody. But he's still gonna keep it and tell you how it is. He's gonna wake the people up. The people that don't think that sports is entertainment, the people that don't think that what they see on TV is fake, that think that these are actual people's opinions, he's gonna tell you like he just did. They were getting paid to say that stuff, right?
Hey,
and I should.
Sorry, I was gonna say just like I remember when this how I knew it was about money, man. I remember when the jab first came out, when 2020, where all the stuff was breaking loose about the shot, and you had Juvenile, he got a song called Back. I think I back that thing up, but then he ended up making a song called Vax That Thing Up. And then it was going into it was going into they were telling you to get the shot, bro. I'm like, bro, they had to pay him to make that song, bro, because he didn't just come up with I'm gonna make a song called Vax That Thing Up and it's gonna be persuading people to get the shot. No, they paid him to do that.
Right. That's crazy though. But they was giving away free hamburgers, like free donuts, all of that. And, it's just like with the election time. When election time comes, when we look at the campaign teams, how much they spend on celebrities and concerts, for campaign rallies, like it's all the money is what influences people. They don't know it's the money, but the money is making the people influence them.
Yeah, man. Yep. I remember back when Obama was running, man, everybody was making remixes of their songs and stuff, putting him in there and whatnot, man. I think T.I. had a remix going. We all know the famous Jeezy song that went viral at that time, man. My president is black. And so
Yep.
you know, COVID definitely was a mile marker in history, for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? It's up there with the first so-called black president.
Right. Really, it might be up there with the bubonic plague, even though I think the bubonic plague was worse. But as far as like relevance and like time altering, like culture altering changes in life, it's up there with 9/11. It's up there with, you know, a lot. So
yeah, man. I seen, you know, life will never be the same. The movie theaters will never be the same. Gatherings will never be the same. It literally killed, and you know, all praise to the Most High for this, but it literally killed holiday gatherings, man. You know what I'm saying? Holiday gatherings in the world will never be the same. You know what I'm saying? I was giving my hair, I was getting my hair cut, and you know, my barber, he was kind of reminiscing on some of the back in the day when he was growing up. We was talking about DMX and whatnot, and some of the rappers back then, and he was just reminiscing on some of the concerts and stuff that they was doing back then. He was showing me videos. Man, I couldn't believe how many folks was out there, bro. Like I have never seen. I didn't know they got down like that back in the early 90s, late 80s, bro. And you know, them concerts was, I'm talking about everybody shoulder to shoulder. It looked like a million folks out there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that'll never happen again. You know what I'm saying? Not even if it were allowed to gather like that again, it won't ever happen again because they have gotten the minds of so many people.
Yeah, and we all work with people that still wear masks to this day. We still to this day, people are still wearing masks, bro.
There's people at work. There's people at work that to this day, man. I've been working at this job for a year now. I still don't know what their actual face look like.
They be driving in the cars with the mask on,
right?
In the car by themselves with a mask on. Like, bro.
Yeah, the sister said it killed human interaction in total. People are scared to be around each other. Folks would rather live in their own bubble, right? Even to this day, if somebody like you, if you go to the DMV, you wait in the line, or if you at Subway and waiting in line, or you at the cash register, you waiting in line. If somebody starts sneezing or coughing too much, a lot of people liable to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? To this day, nobody feel comfortable no more, right? Yeah. They looking at you crazy. They not saying bless you no more. They looking at you crazy.
Just think about it. Back in the day, people used to sneeze and cough, and nobody would think twice. You know, people would show up to school and work sick, and people really would just kind of play it off like it was normal. You know what I'm saying? Now you come up, you cough twice, people expecting you to take off work or school the next day.
Right.
And it's so crazy, man, because there was a movie that came out in 2011 called Contagion. And like it was going into how, like, I think the virus started from, I want to say a pig passes to the bat. No, a bat passes to the pig, and then the Chinese man, he had end up having the pig and cutting the pig up and feeding it to the people, and that's how they started getting sick. But it was just showing you, like, that movie was showing you how, like, it was a virus going around and everybody was just getting sick, man. So when that happened in 2020, everybody was relating back to that movie Contagion in 2011. It was just the same way, man. How people was acting, they were scared. Nobody didn't want to get close. They was in quarantine, man.
Yeah. Hey, people are still getting COVID tests to this day.
Yeah.
Right? People are still getting COVID tests to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Even with all the information that's out about COVID tests and about, you know, people are still getting those tests to this day, man. So it definitely changed the world. And just like, you know, how the whole Kyrie thing happened about him posting Hebrews to Negroes, COVID was another big entering of a lot of people waking up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to all those people that lost their jobs and people that lost lives or family members that lost lives, no, it wasn't in vain. All that happened to shake the world up so that a lot of people can wake up. Maybe even you watching this, maybe even you woke up during that time, right? So come
look out for so-and-so. And these were legends of the game too that I looked up to. That's what I'm saying. Like, my relationship to my peer-to-peer space, and especially the older peer space, is totally different now because of these reasons. There were people coming out and just talking out the side of their neck because they were getting paid behind the scenes. See, there was a lot of money being exchanged behind the scenes that y'all don't know about. And I want to tell y'all, right? There was a lot of money being exchanged by people doing shit that's not in their character. I didn't have to sell out for that. I didn't want
Charles Barkley,
everybody do their person.
Hey man, Charles Barkley, Shaquille
Shaq.
O'Neal, all them was calling him an idiot and all that stuff.
Hey, your favorite hometown hero, LeBron James.
Right. They getting paid. I think the only one that was really on his side really was KD. Right? So like, bro, they was getting paid. He's letting you know right now, he knows that they was getting paid to say that. That's why he don't take it to heart, because he know that they was getting paid. Like, he know that's not their real opinions. He just kind of surprised that people that he looked up to would sell him out like that for some money.
Hey, it's so crazy. I remember I came across this when I was on Twitter around that time, and I think Lamar Jackson, he wasn't trying to get vaxxed, and somebody had made, I think one of the people had made a post. They're like, "Come on, Lamar Jackson, support Black lives by getting vaxxed." I'm like, what do him getting vaxxed got to do with supporting Black lives? Like, that don't even make sense. They just was saying anything to try to get.
The media is crazy, bro.
The dude that was talking crazy about Kyrie was Steven Jackson, man. He was going in. He was
Steven Jackson or Steven Smith.
And half of them probably ain't even take it.
The OG.
I want to say, did Stephen A. Smith stick up for Kyrie?
Nah, he was going in on him too.
It's like, bro, and it's so crazy because most of the people that done got the shot, they're the ones that's they're the ones that still wearing the mask and standing 5 feet apart from people. They got the shot.
Right.
And they still getting sick.
Right.
And not to mention, like we mentioned a few videos back, it's probably the reason why Deion Sanders' body keep breaking down. He keep getting blood clots and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Probably the reason why Bronny had a heart attack.
Right. It's probably the reason why a lot of these athletes and a lot of these celebrities are just having random deaths.
It could be the reason why DMX had a heart attack.
Yeah, you never know.
Thing, and I did my thing, right? So when I dealt with that after my first year in Brooklyn, can you imagine how that could just take a brief imagination when all these things are taking place? COVID hits March 2020. You know, prior to that, Kobe transitions, Gigi transitions, you know, all of the families that were involved, and just there was a heaviness in 2020, right? And I'm not going to spend too much time on the past, but I just want to tell you that this was a crazy time for sure.
Everybody knows it was a crazy time. It was a crazy time.
2020, man. And just the year alone, just seeing that 2020, not 2019, 2020, just seeing 20 next to 20, just the visual of that year, everybody kind of felt kind of eerie about it, even just going into it, like this could be it type deal. You know what I'm saying? And the way it happened, you know, I mean, because everything really happened out the gate. Soon as it hit 2020, I'm talking about January, you know, the life started lifing. And I remember we was working at the clinic, and, you know, before 2020 hit, we was telling everybody, especially like the black sister, the so-called black sister that was the front desk, the so-called Mexican guy that was there. We was going into prophecies and stuff like that. 2020 hit, bro. They was like, dang, twins might be on to something.
Yeah, they were like, oh, they glued in now, you know. Yeah. Everybody that was an Israelite back then, hey, that was a time to be alive. Because your family members, your friends, everybody was tapped in. It was like, hold on, what y'all saying now?
Bro, listen.
And I've never seen a bigger influx of Israelites waking up than that time, 2020, right,
man. And don't forget, like, it was stuff that led up to it too. Like, you remember where it was a big frenzy about toilet paper, and everybody was going crazy because toilet paper was off the shelves. So everybody was running to the stores and buying up all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
You had that, and then you had that one point in America where all the gas stations was running out of gas. So everybody was trying to go get gas. It was different events that was leading up to it, bro. So when it finally happened, you know, a lot of people was listening to the Israelites. They was like, hey, bro, what's this mean in the Bible? And so because of that, you had a large awakening happen. Now, a lot of them people, they went back into the world, but there's a few people that's still around. You know what I'm saying?
That was the last year. I mean, that was the last few months of Donald Trump being in his first election too.
Hey, that's so crazy, bro. Like, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It don't even seem like it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, it does. And life has felt like a simulation ever since. I ain't gonna hold you.
And it seems like ever since then, every year is something different happening, man.
And don't think for a second that it's going away. Hey, I think it's gonna come back stronger.
Yeah, man. You know, summertime is leaving now. Hey, ain't no telling what's around the corner. Y'all stay prayed up.
Yeah.
This is the prime of my career. This is 2019. This is 6 years ago. I'm 20, 27, 28.
Hey.
I'm in the prime of my career. All I want to do is play basketball. All I want to do is focus on winning championships and playing with my friends, right? I'm playing with great players.
Hey, and to that aspect, like he's saying, and I hate to keep, stopping this video, but we're not playing this video for entertainment. We're playing it for this lesson, right? So if you getting mad, I'm stopping the video. Hey, it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? You got to deal with it. But I want to say something because what he said right there, I don't even know if he understood what he just said. He said he was in the prime of his career. He was loving life. He just wanted to play basketball. He was around like the picture perfect, storyline for his career at that time. And I want to say the Most High God don't care about what you got going on in life, right? When 2020 happened, I'm sure everybody had some type of disruptance in their life, whether a family member passed, whether you got sick, whether you came into the truth, whether your job fired you. You had some type of event that happened that throw you off. You know how many people thought they had a career at their job and their job let them go and they weren't able to get their job back. So just like he said, you might think that you're in the prime of your life. The Most High God can change it up. If you're starting to love life a little too much, the Most High God can literally change it up. And now you don't know what's what. You used to have all this land and money. Now it's gone. You used to have a husband. Now he gone. You used to have a wife. Now she gone. The Most High God can change it up when you feel like you're in the prime of your life, just like what Kyrie is saying, right? He felt like he was at the prime of his career, making the most money around the best people. And then this whole thing happened. And he was reevaluating his life.
Yep.
I'm getting better with basketball. I'm getting better. So boom, I just wanted to tell you guys that like this was a crazy time, but there was a lot of context that was missing from this. You guys know who to add after this. Whoever made this decision, now I'm not disagreeing how they went about it, but I didn't need to be the butt of the joke. I didn't need to have the brand shot or the shots ring out at me or my family or.
Hey, and know when you being bold for the Lord, you gonna be the butt of the joke. Know that you gonna be the one that's talked about bad. They're not gonna have nothing good to say about you, right? Know that when you pushing the truth, and know that when you pushing something that's true, just know it's gonna seem unfair. It is, but that's what we signed up for. You feel me? So this is something that's altered Kyrie's life to where he thinks differently now. Like that's how he used to think. Now he understands why.
What I was doing. I was called crazy. I was called a bird brain. I was called an idiot. I was called ignorant. I was called everything under the sun, y'all, during COVID. And I had to let shit ride.
Excuse his language. But that's we called everything under the sun.
Sure. Bywords, proverbs, bywords.
We called everything under the sun. So I want to get this next precept, right?
Crazy.
Just because he said all that is gonna lead me to my next precept, man. This used to be one of my favorite precepts.
I remember when the Jewish people had came and sat front row when he had played, trying to mock him.
Hey, and what did he do? He went up and shook all their hands.
Right.
This brother right here, I'm talking about, you can learn something from Kyrie's demeanor and his countenance, bro. He confounds people just by him being him.
Yeah, him being Kyrie, man.
Right. I think even one of the Jewish people got him to sign his shirt. But Cons, if a brother could read this, if Denal, can you read this real quick?
Second Chronicles 36:16, it says, but they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people. Till there was no remedy.
Right? They misused the prophets. They mock the prophets. Right? They despise his words. All this stuff happened to Kyrie publicly God trying to show you, even through entertainment, that this is what's gonna happen to the children of Israel when they start preaching the truth. We're gonna be mocked, despised. They're gonna call us crazy, bird brain, all of that. We're gonna be the butt of the joke, right? They're gonna mock the messengers of God until there's no remedy, until God shake the earth up, right?
Yeah.
I got a precept too.
Go ahead and pull it.
If you could pull up 1 Corinthians chapter 4. Start at verse 9. I'm gonna read 9 and 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 9. For I think that God has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
Right there, man. Verse number 9. Go back real quick. I want to comment on that, man. Verse number 9 says, the apostles were set last. That brother said, I don't know why I got to be the butt end of the joke. Where's the butt? Butt's in the end. It's at the last, right?
Yeah.
But that's what we're made. And we're made a spectacle unto the world, right? The world sees us a certain way, even though it's not that way. Go to the next verse.
Verse 10.
Here's the point.
We are fools for Christ's sake, but ye are wise in Christ.
Right. They called him a bird brain, an idiot, right? But on the flip side, they were saying LeBron James and everybody were smart and wise for taking the shot. They were smart and wise in this context for playing it safe, right? The apostles didn't play it safe though, and they were counted fools for Christ. Keep reading.
Hey, look, I want to also say a lot of us were counted as fools during that time when family members thought we should do something we didn't want to do, right? Your job thought you should do something you ain't want to do. Your friends, how many of us had friends in group chats and stuff? Your friends, they almost want to disown you as a friend because you sound so foolish to them, right? It says we are weak, but ye are strong.
They said if you take the vaccine, you're gonna be made invincible. You're gonna be strong. And if you don't take the vaccine, you're just gonna get sick and die, and you're gonna make everybody else die. They was calling us weak. Keep reading.
Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
Boy, everybody was honorable that took that vax, right? You know what I'm saying? But everybody that didn't was what? What was that last word?
Despised.
Despised, right? I remember Jaylen Brown, man, the president of the NBA, right? Played for the Celtics, right? At first he said he wasn't taking it. Then somehow down the road, the brother came out, changed his mind, took it, and he was on the front page of everybody saying, yeah, I made a mistake. I think we should all take it. And he was counted honorable for that, while Kyrie Irving was still being held as despised.
Yeah, man, they had people lined up and they were videoing it on the news of people getting their shots, people lining up to get tested, right? People, and then giving random interviews to random black people about getting tested, right? And it's always our people, man.
Yeah.
They was on the news talking about how can we get more test centers in the black communities? What are you talking about?
They should have knew. They should have knew it was a red flag then when they kept trying to get black people to be first in line to take it.
Right.
Like that goes back to the Tuskegee experiment. They did that back then,
right.
Giving us shots and stuff that we thought was going to heal us, and then it gave us disease. Ain't nothing new, man.
No, man. I want to get this right here before we move on to another precept. And the brother pulled this the other day, and I added it to the roster. Acts 5:29. If you know, you know. Hey, give me the book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29.
Bring it out!
Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. If y'all know, hey, I think that was around 2022, though.
Man, that was the go. I'm telling you, man, 2020, around that time, that was the.
Yeah.
Bro, you had to be there, man.
Brother got arrested for the truth. He was screaming it out.
Yeah.
In Orlando, right?
Yeah. Not con.
Acts 5:29. If somebody can read it real quick.
You said what?
If somebody can read this real quick.
Then Peter and the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Right? We gotta obey God rather than men. Who cares what men is saying, man? Who cares what they put on the media? Who cares if men is making fun of you? Who cares if men is causing you to lose millions of dollars? Who cares? We gotta obey God.
Everybody at home seeing this shit on social media, scrolling, hee hee ha 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 ha, hee hee ha ha. But there's real consequences that's going on. People are really losing their lives. And now that we're seeing all of the data come out with some of those vaccine situations, then you're starting to notice, like, okay, maybe something was missed here.
Hey, brother, not holding back, bro.
Hey, I was gonna say, it sounds like he been waiting to say this his whole life, man. Finally getting a chance to speak, like how he want to speak.
And if you know him, bro, if you know Kyrie, you know it's hella people. Excuse my language. It's a lot of people tuned into this. I wish it showed how many people was tuned into this. But you know, if it's Kyrie, he's reaching the masses when he say this.
Yeah,
and he's saying it. He's saying, "Hey, look, a lot of people that took it, they starting to realize, hold up, it's not everything they said it was." You feel me? He's saying the elephant in the room that nobody want to say. You don't hear no celebrities talking about this.
Nah, they paid off, huh? They paid off.
Right, man. And you know, just because he's going on stream this summer and he's been saying this stuff, who knows what next year might look like for him, next basketball season. Like, they might start playing with him again, man.
Yeah.
I mean, people getting pardoned and stuff for the vaccinations and things of that nature. I'm not going into detail about it. Again, this is for informational purposes only, entertainment purposes only, right? People getting pardoned and stuff. I wanted nothing to do with that. Nothing. And even the people that I was in business with were pro-vaccine. And I'm like, okay, look, that's fine, but just leave me the fuck out of this and let me go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I even told...
I don't remember him cursing so much. The brother's still speaking eloquent, but he getting a little passionate.
He's passionate.
Like the brother Obadiah said, you could tell he's been waiting for this moment.
The Nets to release me. I said, yo, can you please just release me? So I can, obviously the money situation, different situation. I'm fucking Kyrie. So it's like, you know, it's just, I say that very, very like aware of my position, but they weren't just going to let me rock out, just go anywhere. So I'm going to close it on this. It was a crazy time for sure because a lot was going on, but I always showed that respect for everybody's position. And when I didn't get that same respect back, yeah, that's when I kind of knew I had to change up. And you know, again, I wasn't even in the healthiest space mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. So I take my accountability for how I reacted to certain things. But during this time, if this were to happen now and I was to, you know, like they were like, oh, you can't come practice or you can't come play, I'm fighting it. You know what I mean? Tooth and nail, I'm fighting it. I'm trying to get an exemption. I'm trying to get something. You know, I tried to get a religious exemption. I tried to get
that hit home, huh, Obadiah?
Hey, man.
For health. I tried everything in the book. You know, shout out to...
Hey, man, have you tried everything in the book, man? When you in the truth, there you got to understand. So what he's realizing now is the world is set against good because the world is evil. So he's understanding now it's up to me to fight as hard as I can to make sure that the people that think like me in the truth are spoken for. Because he understands now he's been put in a position of fame for a reason. So he's saying like if he could do it all over again, he would peep the situation and he wouldn't be feeling bad for himself and he wouldn't be feeling bad because people betrayed him. He would turn into beast mode. He would turn into David. He would turn into Esther. He would turn into people that fought against the wickedness.
Yeah.
So ask yourself, in any situation that you in, this brother lost millions of dollars, bro. Millions of dollars. This brother, I'm pretty sure, pays for houses for family members, his mom, dad, cousins, whatever. Like, he does a lot of charity work. Millions of dollars out the window. He got to readjust his whole salary now, right? He got to readjust all the stuff that he's spending now. Think about yourself and some of the stuff that you're scared to fight evil against. You just bow down. Think about it. He said, man, he would try everything now. Him looking back, he said he would try everything now.
Religious forms. I didn't even know he knew about that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like he would fight it tooth and nail. So don't let it be an afterthought. while, and we did a video yesterday, while you're not in the casket yet, while you're not dead, fight every day for the truth. Right? What's that one precept I like? I think it's in Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs 28. Proverbs 28, paraphrasing. Those that keep the law contend. I think it's Proverbs 28. 28 and 4. Proverbs 28 and 4. Come on. Let me get that real quick. Obadiah, if you could read this for me real quick.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them.
So he said if he can go back, he will fight, man. That's what that word contend means. He would fight, right? You got to contend, right? Assert something as a position in an argument, right? You got to struggle against it to surmount, right? Let me go to the Webster dictionary. Let's see. The Webster. To strive in contest or rivalry, right? Against difficulties, right? Strive to debate. He said he would attack it, man. He would debate it. He wouldn't just bow down, right? He pretty much telling you I shouldn't have apologized for my stance.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he said. If I could go back again, I would contest and I would not apologize for my stance. That's what he's saying, right?
Being bold, he had to realize he had to come to his senses, man. We seen plenty of times, you just never know, man. We seen Kyrie with pictures on, he got tassels on. He already done said that we the people of the book. So
hey, I think Salakia too. Never mind. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead, Ken. You good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of you Israelites scared him away from wearing the tassels, man. I think because y'all came so hard at him, and a lot of Israelites was hating on him at the time. A lot of y'all came so hard. IUIC showed up in numbers, and I think he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that, right? He wasn't ready for that type of attention yet. And so I feel like y'all scared him away from the fringes, man. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, well, he's not a man then, or well, he's a people pleaser. But hey, man, we all know we didn't just hop right into this thing like that. You know what I'm saying? And we dealing with somebody that got a lot on his plate. He got a lot of influence. A lot of us don't know what it's like to have a lot of influence, right? The most influence a lot of us get is maybe a following of 4 or 5 likes on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You got your loyal Facebook friends that always, that's your influence. But he got millions of people he's influencing every day, and he's trying to tread lightly so that he can continue to influence. So I think y'all brothers and sisters, scared him away from that. But that's besides the point.
The NBPA, they were trying their hardest on their own thing too, even though that had its own criteria, meaning and the NBA was doing their thing. And, we had all these Moderna and Pfizer commercials and things of that nature. So again, hands were in pockets. I'm not complaining about that. That's just what it is. That's just a fact. But it was a crazy time because I became the butt of the joke, and I'm just like, this is not funny though.
Watch what salt does to your body.
Come on, man. He was the butt of the joke, man. Hands were in pockets. People was getting paid. Can you imagine people getting paid from your downfall? Right? Hey, but it said that people are going to turn us in, though. You know what I'm saying? People that's close to us going to turn us in. This brother said people getting paid for his downfall. That's a different type of hurt a lot of us haven't felt, man. Somebody coming up off of your downfall.
Yeah, right? Man. It's crazy because it's how man, these people be puppets, man. That's what I'm saying. When you listen to the show, that's what the show called First Take, and you had these people like Shaq and Charles Barkley, and they going back and forth and they talk. It's like, man, these men are puppets, man. They're gonna do whatever the Jewish man tell them to do. They don't love these are the symbols, man. See, people get it confused. When you Uncle Tom was not the coon, it was Sambo. Sambo was the coon in the story. You know, so it's a lot of these brothers and are Sambos, and they will be what you would call the house Negroes. They quick to turn their brothers in for a check. They don't care nothing about their people. They don't care about how crazy it's gonna make them look. Like I said, these was the same people that was glorifying Kyrie for hitting that clutch shot against Golden State in what 2015, 2016?
Right.
When Bron first, I think that's when Bron first, I think that's when he won his first ring in Cleveland. Kyrie had the team on his back, hit the shot. Everybody glorifying. Ooh, Kyrie, what? Kyrie one of the best point guards ever. But now as soon as he come out, you know what I'm saying, it's trying to spread. And it's crazy because I don't even think I think he just put the link out on Twitter. He didn't say nothing. He just put the link out on Twitter, and everybody just started bashing him. Oh, he's anti-Semitic, right? He's anti-Semitic, but he without even hearing the brother out, man. And you know, so that just show you, man, how people just be, man, how people be so quick to turn on you, you know, especially when money involved.
Yeah, man. And so, like, don't get it twisted, man. This is bigger than a lot of people know, because I know personally a lot of people that came in. You know, you meet random Israelites and they'll tell you, yeah, man, I came in from the Kyrie incident, man. You know, I've heard that testimony. So, like, I know for a fact it happened for a reason. And Kyrie and I'm sure Kyrie knows, but like, even if he didn't know, like, brother, what you had to go through, it helped a lot of people spiritually. You know what I'm saying? But kind of just a little bit more on this video. Then I got a scripture I want to go to, and then I'm gonna play the last video.
And I'm just like, this is not funny though. Kyrie's afraid of a shot, but people are actually losing their lives. There's nothing funny about that. I wasn't joking about it. It was a very serious time. So shout out to all you guys that were dealing with serious circumstances and situations during COVID. I don't know exactly how it happened, you know what I mean? But I'm praying that you and your family made it out safely, right? I'm also praying that if you did lose somebody, I'm praying that you're healing and you're taking your steps necessary to move on, because COVID struck a lot of us differently. You know what I mean? Even the younger generation got changed up. The younger generation was on Zoom calls for class. That was crazy to me. That was crazy to me.
Couldn't even graduate. They had I know down here graduation in 2020. And they had to get in the car, man. They had to do a drive-through graduation. They couldn't even walk on the stage.
Right.
Crazy.
You see how what I mean? Like, he's eloquent in his speech. Like, he's still taking time out to still be sympathetic with those that, you know, were affected by the sickness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how can you hate somebody like this? The only reason for anybody to hate this man is because the media influenced you.
Right.
Causing a lot of fire. And I didn't like that. And I didn't have a great crisis PR team at that time. I was in between management companies. Also when I went to Brooklyn. Oh, I want to tell you something too. Before I move on to this next clip and talk about KD and what happened to Mind the Game, right? And Steve talking, right? Before me and KD went to Brooklyn, me, KD, and DJ, right? Literally on the hour when free agency started, I hadn't met with the Nets front office one time. I didn't meet with the GM one time, the assistant GM one time.
Hey, what he about to say, I want y'all to pay attention to, because this is something that once we're in the truth, we have to take this advice too, even on our scale, even on our level of life.
Literally, when I look back at that decision, I'm like, man, I should have taken some more time to delegate and figure out what's best for me.
Took him more time to delegate and see what's best for him. You know what precept that reminds me of?
Count the cost.
Right. We got to take that advice ourselves, man, and we got to count the cost before we do something. Right. He pretty much was just saying, like, he jumped into something because it looked good.
Yeah.
Me, Kevin Durant, James Harden, like he's thinking like, man, it's no way this can't be it. Right? If a brother could read this real quick.
Luke 14:28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
Right? So that's what his advice is to himself. I wish I would have counted the cost, right? I would have been able to finish this race a little differently. That whole situation was messed up.
He had just tore his Achilles in the finals. Me and him were, planning on doing things to go to Brooklyn, right? I don't know any of you guys that would still stick it out with one of your friends that tears their Achilles and wait a year and a half for them to get healthy, but I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to leave K out there after a torn Achilles and be like, nah, fuck that. We're not going to play together anymore. I waited for my brother to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? And now Brooklyn, I wish that we got a chance to get to know them beforehand because they wasn't fucking with me like that. And I had these higher expectations. Of course I'm gonna try to knock your block off. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? It's a business at the end of the day, but it's
Hey, he about to let some gems fly right here. For all my sports betting people, for all my people that think that this game ain't rigged, for all my people, hey, for all my people that that think that sports is high level talent. He about to, like I said, I like the fact that this brother's streaming, bro, because the stuff that this brother say is like, I've been telling people this, right?
Knock your block off. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? It's a business at the end of the day, but it's entertainment, dog. It's like NBA. Maybe that little equal sign of WWE sometimes, bro. Like, people get it.
We all know what's up with WWE now.
Yeah. Hey,
we mention this all the time. Every professional sport is WWE. WWE, their problem was it just looked too scripted, too fake. The moves looked too fake and all that stuff. And I think there was multiple people that clip farmed the WWE way before its time, so everybody knew it was fake and whatnot. But the WWE at one point, nobody knew it was fake. Yeah. Everybody thought WWE was real professional wrestling. Right. You know what I'm saying? Before the clips started coming out, like, hey, this move, he didn't really hit Buddy. But before that, people took the WWE serious like they did the NFL and the NBA and all of that.
Action figures, Halloween costumes. People used to train to be wrestlers. Like, and it was a rap. And then The Rock had to become an actor. He was like, well, if I'm gonna die on this hill, I might as well become an actor for real.
Yeah.
But hey, this is coming from Kyrie, bro. He's saying it's equal to WWE. This is Kyrie, somebody that plays in the league.
And that's volume. That speaks volume. He just compared the NBA to like the WWE.
You gotta think, bro. You gotta think. Kyrie Irving, bro. He wasn't even selected to be in the All-Star game, but yet everybody that watches TV says he's the best point guard to ever play the game. Say that he's better than Allen Iverson, all of this stuff, and he has no accolades other than playing with LeBron James.
Hey, they didn't even pick him up on the Olympic team.
Come on, bro. It's rigged. Come on, bro.
But check it out, though, right? Check it out. I'm bringing this to light just so y'all know some of the stuff that y'all put your heart and soul into and your all your time and passion into.
And money.
Man, whatever you see on the media, on TV, it's a waste of time to rock you to sleep, bro.
Prize picks.
So you waste your energy. I listened to a song earlier today. I sent it in the group chat. The brother said, I don't smoke weed no more. I read the Bible when I'm bored, right? When you bored, read your Bible. Watch a lesson. Talk to somebody about scripture, right? It's okay to have a pastime, right? It's okay to watch sports. It's entertainment, but take it as entertainment. Stop taking it so serious. Stop trying to debate people on it, making podcasts about it. Stop trying to get in fights about it.
Hey, punching the wall, breaking your TV, burning your jerseys.
Right, man. This is paid entertainment. It's called sports entertainment. Right. And it all goes back to Greek life. Like it all goes back to Colosseum Greek sports. Like, so it's all made really for another nation. It goes back to us losing our heritage, that we trying to be like all these other nations, right? We want to join in on what they got going and understand who started football, who started basketball. Yeah, we got in there and perfected it, but guess what? We trying to be like these other nations, just like Greek life and fraternities. Who started that? Yeah, we got in it and we perfected, and we going viral with it now, but who started it? It comes from us trying to be like other nations.
Right, man. If you do your research on the NBA, man, I believe every single team had a tie to all their mascots, and everything had a tie to Jewish culture, and they were all Jewish players that were playing at first. If you do your research on it.
Yeah, man. So if that's crazy. I ain't even know that. But hey, man, if you a sports fan, man, your biggest bet is the hope that they wrote the script out for your team to win at the end of the season. Because if they ain't write the script for your team to win at the end of the season, it don't matter how good your team is, they not finna win the Super Bowl or the championship if they not wrote to win the script in the beginning of the season.
The Splash Brothers, man, they was written up just like what's the famous tag team match in WWE? D-Generation X.
The Hardy Brothers.
Yeah,
the Splash Brothers is your Hardy Brothers, your D-Generation X, right? With Triple H.
Hey,
and Ed Hardy with the long hair.
Hey,
they look the same, but they have different roles. That's your Clay and that's your Steph.
Right. And your King James, the king of it all, he's what? John Cena. You can't see me. Right? Because look, a lot of people have been going back into the stats the year LeBron won that first MVP, and a lot of people saying Carmelo Anthony had better stats. So it could have been Carmelo that was the king. So it's written for certain people, bro. Nothing that no wrestler could have did could take the spotlight off of John Cena, bro. Because they had it written for him.
And there's been plenty of times where John Cena matched up with the Big Show, and he beat the Big Show every single time. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
And it's so crazy because people in 2025 still know. They know wrestling is rigged, and they still go to WrestleMania and pay for tickets.
There's somebody that works in my department, and I walked out. He was watching WWE, bro. When I walked out my office, bro, he literally was sitting there watching WWE, bro. You know Lamar, the new guy.
Dang, that's crazy.
It was real crazy. He 18, but hey, look,
dang, that crazy. The young generation watching WWE again. They probably don't know it's fake.
He gotta know it's fake.
It's a generation that really didn't know, like we didn't know, and then the news came out that it was fake. But then it faded so long, like nobody was watching it, to where it's kind of revamped again. And I don't think this new generation knows it's fake, bro.
They gotta know it's fake. Ain't no way they just watch it like it's real.
Because even and I'm about to play the rest of the video so we can get on with this lesson. I see we almost on for an hour, but even Kai Cenat went on WWE and they had him bleeding and stuff. So a lot of this new generation, they probably think it's real, bro.
That's bugged out.
Of course, I'm gonna try to knock your block off. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? It's a business at the end of the day, but it's entertainment, dog. It's like NBA. Maybe that little equal sign to WWE sometimes, bro. Like people get it messed up in their minds, be living out these characters and these nicknames.
Spider-Man, the Splash Brothers, King James, Ant-Man. Right?
They call his I forgot brother Adam. His last name Adams. I think he look like Aquaman. They call him Aquaman.
Yeah, because he
Steve
looked like
Adams, I think. Call him
yeah.
Aquaman. That's madness.
Come man, this the other video. Shout out to the brother C Nice, man. Y'all know his journey or whatever he does. He put a good documentaries, Hidden Enemies, right? That first season he put up. Hidden Enemies is pretty good, man, especially if you just come into the truth. He got some other content too. You may not be a fan of it. You may be a fan of it. Leave that up for discretion. But he put this clip in the end of this video, and I want to go to it. I had put it on my Instagram page a while ago. I think it's still on my Instagram, actually. But this is really like, you know, what this video is all about, what this elder is about to say right here. And I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna end out on a scripture. So here we go.
White man that he's spreading over the world.
Everything was starting to make sense. Reality was lining up with scripture.
Fair use.
To this day, we are living out the curses of Deuteronomy 28.
Think for yourself, study for yourself. And when you find it to be the truth, live it out. You ain't got to join anything. You already a nation. But you don't think that, so you want to become a part of everything. Accept your own and be yourself. That's your blessing. We don't have no strength and no unity because we trying to hook up with everybody else and ain't hooked up with each other yet.
Right, man. We want to hook up with the Greek fraternities. We want to hook up with the gang life. We want to hook up with the Jewish people. We want to hook up with the Palestinians. We want to join every organization under the sun except for be a nation of people, man. We want to Black Lives Matter. We want to hook up. We want to join. We want to join so much. But the reason why we don't have no strength, the reason why we don't have no heritage like this, the title of this video is because of what? It's because we're not together. What was you about to say?
I said we'd rather be a community than be a nation.
Come on, man. We'd rather be a community instead of a nation, right? We'd rather be proud to be in a community instead of proud to be our nation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, we so worried about how the community looks like, you know what I'm saying? It got people making whole videos like I'm leaving the community. Like, what is that?
You left the truth, buddy.
When did the Bible say do everything for the community? It's for the nation, man. Right? I want to read this real quick. If one of y'all brothers can read this real quick. We're going to read till verse 1 through 3.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
And if you're not covering yourself with this Bible, if you're not covering yourself with the nation of Israel, right? You're covering yourself with a different covering, man. Right? Whether it be your job, you so proud to be at your job and you put your job over everything and your job is your identity, right? You're more than a basketball player. You're more than a sports entertainer. You're more than a comedian. You're more than a rapper or a singer. You're more than a CEO. You're more than a manager or a director, right? Stop putting your job over God and your life, right? Like, stop trying to cover up. You're more than a Q dog. You're more than a Noop, a Kappa. You more than a Hoover Crip. You more than a GD. Like, you more than all of that, right? Stop covering yourself up with that because you're hiding yourself from God when you put that covering on. And all you're doing is adding sin to sin because you're learning doctrines of these organizations and it's causing you to sin. It's causing you to break the Sabbath. It's causing you to kill your brothers and sisters. It's causing you to sow discord. It's causing you to serve other gods, right? Let's read this next verse.
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen them in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Come on, man. So let me break this down for y'all, right? When he says go into Egypt, it's talking about you going into your government for help. That's why all y'all want to go to the voting polls and things of that nature, right? Y'all want to go to get help by your vote matters, right? And get your little sticker, right? You hope in your government, and you don't ask at God's mouth to heal you from any sickness. You think your government's job is to do that. You don't ask God's mouth. You don't ask God for help to get you out of poverty. You ask your government to assist you. You don't ask God's help that you get a wife. You want your circumstances to you trust in social media to do it, right? You trust in your fame and you trust in money to do it, right? You don't ask at God's mouth. A lot of people like, I shouldn't ask God questions. The Bible said don't ask God questions, don't question God. No, God wants you to ask at his mouth. He takes it as a compliment. It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Stop strengthening yourself in your favorite celebrity and your favorite president. Stop strengthening yourself in the doctors.
I was just going to say that, cuz.
Stop strengthening yourself in that. And you make the trust, your trust in the shadow of Egypt. You know what that means? You trust in your government. You trust in the American dream. You trust in the perception of life that they gave you instead of reading the word of life and applying it. Like the elder said, I'm about to play the video again. The elder said, when you find the truth, live it out. Don't. And that's what Kyrie was saying. Like, if I could go back in time, I would do it differently. I would live this thing out. I would fight for the truth. Let's get this last verse of the day.
Isaiah 30:3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right. So you're gonna be confused when it all starts crumbling. That's what Kyrie was like. Now a lot of y'all kind of rethinking stuff, right? Because it's your confusion now. The people you trusted, he told you they paid them to say that.
Mm-hmm.
The people that's trying to make you feel bad for believing what you believe, for keeping the Sabbath day, for they making you feel bad because you telling them not to eat pork. They say you crazy and that God didn't say that. Right? The people that saying you're doing too much but not celebrating holidays, guess what? It's gonna be to their confusion, man. It's gonna be to their confusion. Because what we're doing over here is we're staying fast to the Lord and we're keeping our heritage. The reason why they don't have a heritage and they're cleaving to everybody else's heritage, like we've been going over, is because they have forsaken God, right? I'm gonna play this from the beginning. Where I started, and then we're gonna close out.
To this day, we are living out the curses of Deuteronomy 28.
Think for yourself, study for yourself. And when you find it to be the truth, live it out. You ain't got to join anything. You already a nation. But you don't think that, so you want to become a part of everything. Accept your own and be yourself. That's your blessing. We don't have no strength and no unity because we trying to hook up with everybody else and ain't hooked up with each other yet. And we in the same boat, going through the same shit, century, decade after century and decade.
From Detroit's west side.
Hey man, and with that, I'm gonna say shalom, man. I hope everybody has a good Sabbath day. I hope this video was edifying to somebody and entertaining. Right? I hope this video was good though, man. I'm gonna keep trying to find, Lord willing, I can find videos and topics for us to talk about on these Freestyle Fridays that kind of give a freestyle twist to the truth, man. So like I said, I hope it was edifying. I'm your brother Azrael.
Brother Denal.
Hey, brother Obadiah.
Right, we're gonna be downtown Cherry Street tomorrow. Hopefully get down there by 6, maybe 6:30, and we're gonna stay down there till the sun go down. And without further ado, like our brother Big Christ say, like our big brother Christ say, if you're not gathering together, you're scattering, right? If you're not gathering God's people, you're doing the opposite. You're scattering God's people, right? So we got to fight for the truth and fight for the nation. And we got to hook up with each other because that's our blessing. Shalom.
Shalom.